Okay, there we go. So yeah, Vanessa, you're in 2024, you and the Broncos, you went 22, 1 and 2. You guys scored 58 goals, allowed just 15, and to cap it off, you won the first national tournament in program history. I just want to know, like, walk me through what allowed you and your team to be so successful.
I think definitely the 7 a.m. trainings helped a lot. And I know it's a little bit harder said than done, but I think by communicating with each other and talking about how much not only does it mean to us, but to the coaching staff and to our family for pouring like their heart and soul into everything. And we just kept saying one more, one more. And to think that we were that team that did everything was just amazing because, every week it was like, okay, like we could be going home or we could continue, but we kept that mindset going and we were always there for each other on and off the field.
Awesome. Was you kept saying like one more? Was there a point in the season where you kind of had those thoughts where it's like, maybe we could win this thing, or was that mentality instilled from you from the beginning of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I thought when I arrived originally, I was like, this team is amazing. And I knew it in my gut when we beat Point Loma the first time. I knew it. I knew this team could win it all. And then the second time we did it again, I was like, it's ours. There's no doubt in my mind that it's ours. Yeah.
Did you and the team, you had that mentality, but was there any kind of adversity that you faced that kind of shaped the rest of your season where you kind of had to bounce back from, or was it a pretty continuous like ride of success?
Yeah, no, definitely, our record, that one loss really set us back. I think if anything, we really brushed it off and we bounced back and took the next game, one at a time, like we stated. And when we saw them again, we knew it was our game, and the outcome that we got was what we knew we should have accomplished. Yeah.
So as you were saying, this was your first season as a Bronco, and in that first season, you were the leading scorer on your team with 12 goals. What do you think clicked for you specifically as going into your junior year at this new school?
Yeah, I think it was very challenging because this is my third school, and I felt like I was always meant to be here. And I've said it over and over again that, everything kind of fell into place. And I think by achieving these things, it was just meant to be. I was meant to be on this team, coached by the coaches that I had, and overall make these connections with my teammates. And we've been friends for so long too, like before I arrived, and just coming here, it just fell into place.
Was there anything specific in the coaching or the team chemistry or the just the type of training that kind of brought out like the next level of your game that made you compete just at that next year?
Yeah, I think definitely coming here, I was coached by Coach Dan, our assistant coach in club. And out of all coaches that I've had in my entire career, he's been one of the coaches that has given me that confidence to, you know, be myself and express myself on the field. And making those connections with some of the girls that I already knew or that I met over the summer. And they've allowed me to have my back and, of course, have theirs and push me in practice and games and overall just helped me accomplish everything that I did this season.
So the only other player to start and play in all 25 games this season was alongside you was Tara Oper, one of those.
Yeah.
What was it like playing alongside someone of her caliber?
Oh, it was insane. In practice, she's always the one to push us. I couldn't have imagined not having her. Like she's just a leader. She's a born leader, she's a natural leader and she just pushes me in all right directions. And when I got here too, you feel intimidated by those powerful players on your team, but it was like, no, you got this. Like you're meant to be here and I'm gonna be there every step of the way. And there she was assisting me and, helping my dreams come true as well as hers too. So, she was definitely one of those that pushes you to the best of your abilities.
So, looking ahead to the fall in 2025, how has offseason been going kind of after this big win?
Yeah, so after this big win, of course, like we celebrated, we did all that we could, but we go back to work basically and I know there's many teams out there that are coming for us and we're obviously not just yet prepared. We're starting from scratch again as, a team should. But we've kind of just brushed that off and it's like it never happened and on to winning the next one, hopefully.
So, like it's never happened. That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
So has there been Is like the training and the mentality been the same? Have you kind of had to adjust anything with this kind of added pressure, or is it just like rinse and repeat? Let's do it. Worked last year, let's do it again.
Yeah, so we're definitely trying to imply what we worked on last season. So there was a lot of stuff that we did that we're still doing that now. I just think, of course, you lose players like Terrell and Auburn, Bella Hara, and it's like we have to fulfill those shoes. But of course, with the new group that we have, just start again, start from scratch, and see what works and what doesn't in order to become successful again in the fall.
So as you were saying, you're going to have a target on your backs. Like everyone's going to bring their best game when they play Cal Poly Pomona. What is it going to take to maintain and defend the CCAA title as well as the national title?
Yeah, I think it takes the same amount of leadership and characteristics that we have, and we do have the on the team, of course, 100%. And I think we just keep that same mentality, like it never happened. And for the girls coming in, of course, they're excited to be a part of the national championship team. But when they come, it's like we don't, we don't remind them of that or anything because this is a new team, and whatever team that was last year did that. This new team hasn't done anything yet, so that's kind of our mindset right now.
To close it out, Vanessa, you're going into your senior year being a collegiate soccer player. Now, I hope this isn't a cringy question, but if you could talk to your freshman self and kind of
Oh,
her, what would you want to tell her as a freshman?
yeah. Um, I would think I would tell her that it's gonna come. Your time will come. I know all the hurt and the crying is just what is gonna happen before you smile at the end.
Awesome. Well, Vanessa, that's all I have for you today. I didn't want to take too much of your time, but I really appreciate you kind of talking with us and giving us a look behind the curtain.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great day.
You too.